to trending news in the Caribbean, where Canada's ambassador to the United Nations and the U.S. Secretary of State were among representatives in Kingston, Jamaica today. It's part of an urgent push to solve Haiti's spiraling humanitarian crisis. Pressure is growing for Prime Minister Ariel Henry to resign or agree to a transitional council as chaos and riots continue to plague the country. While the U.S., Germany, and the EU missions there have evacuated diplomatic staff amid escalating violence. Amid widespread gang violence and speculation over whether the Prime Minister will step down and call for elections, a state of emergency in Haiti, first announced last Sunday, has now been extended until April 3rd. Caribbean leaders asked Canada, the U.S., France, Brazil, and the United Nations to gather in Jamaica to discuss the escalating gang violence in the country. Members of the CARICOM regional trade bloc have been trying for months to get political actors in Haiti to agree to form an umbrella transitional unity government, but efforts to broker a solution have been unsuccessful. The threat of violent clashes is gripping thousands across Haiti, leaving behind security and healthcare systems that are rapidly deteriorating.
It's really difficult to know who is in control of what. Definitely, the part of the city where I'm in presently is quiet, and life is continuing more or less normally. But you go towards the city center, which is in fact the part close to the sea. Well, that's definitely a no-go area.
The head of Doctors Without Borders in Haiti says it's difficult to know who is in control of what area.
There are quarters where it's definitely a no-go area, and more than probably there are wounded people who cannot reach anymore our hospital. But at least presently, the situation allows us to work. Our main fear is about the supply. So as the port, as the airport are closed, it's impossible to bring in some medicines, and that's our worry for the moment.
Haiti has been rocked in recent weeks as violent gangs have expanded their territory and are now estimated to control most of the capital, with gang leaders threatening civil war if the Prime Minister does not leave office. Powerful gangs have burned police stations, closed main international airports, and raided the country's two biggest prisons. Scores of people have been killed, more than 15,000 are homeless, and food and water supplies are running out in some stands and stores. Meanwhile, back in Washington, the United States is looking to expedite the deployment of a UN-backed multinational security support in Haiti and have been in touch with Kenya, which is expected to lead the mission.
Secretary spoke to the president of Kenya on Friday to discuss the deployment of the MSS, and we continue to look to expedite that mission as soon as possible. And so that's something we're in conversation with the government of Kenya about, and something we're in conversation with other countries around the world. And I can assure you that the United States will do its part to fund that important mission.
Kenya announced last year it would lead the force, but months of domestic legal wrangling have effectively placed the mission on hold.